Welcome to today's Q&A. We are talking Decker Truck Line, what's available here, and of course getting ready for Thanksgiving. So welcome. Today is the 26th of November, right? Yes, I know, I had to double check. It's a regular basis for me. All right, a couple of things that I wanted to go over was the schedule for this week. All right, so as always, you guys, this is a Q&A. So if you have a question, just put it in the chat. As soon as I get done with explaining whatever it is that I'm explaining initially, I will stop and answer your question as they come in. So let me know that you're here. Let me know that you can see and hear me. And then I'll basically get started. Hello! How are you, Riley? Good to see you, man. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving, too. Thank you. Okay, so we've got Thanksgiving obviously coming up. That's going to affect our hours for the shop. Most everything is going to close at about 11:30 p.m. Or 4:30, depending on like the shops themselves are usually at 4:30, and then some of the after hours are going to be at 11:30. So I'm going to break down what you can expect for Wednesday night shutdown, and then back up and running 7:30 a.m. on Tuesday or on Friday. Whew, I really gave people a break. So it'll be back up and running on Friday. So let me bring that open for you. And again at 7:30. But before we do that, last Friday, we had our first professional driver leadership forum. So that was pretty exciting. We finally got that off to a great start, actually. We'll have more details for you here shortly. We're going to have a summary of the details and then more of some action steps that we're going to be taking that you're obviously going to need to be aware of so that you can kind of have a pulse on the news for the most part. Hector, how are you? Your feed keeps breaking up. Oh, again? Dang. All right, let's see if we can't fix this. Not enough. We'll be budgeting. Let's see if we can fix this right now. Not receiving enough. Let's see if we can. All right. Okay. Hopefully it's a little bit better. Hopefully. If not, I'll quit clicking around. But yes, we will be closing on Wednesday. We'll be opening back up at 7:30 on Friday morning. So basically just Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, will be shut down. And we do hope to have all of our professional drivers who are out there on the road back home for the holiday. So hopefully that works out perfectly. Today was the cutoff. At noon was the cutoff for the paperwork to get in paid Friday for. So if you haven't got your paperwork in, the rest of it will be, or I guess if you haven't got your paperwork in, it'll go towards the following week, not this week. So if you did, kudos, you did exactly what you're supposed to do. That's what we're hoping for. If you didn't, then that's just a heads up for you. Hector, is it any better? Hopefully it is. But yes, so again, we'll close tomorrow after Wednesday, right? Yeah, tomorrow after 11:30 for the truck and trailer shop. The wash bay at 11:30. The inspection bay will close at 11:30. The body shop will be closing at 3:30 and 5 o'clock for the decal. But the shops in Des Moines, Bessemer, Missoula, Mediapolis, Hammond. Am I missing any? They're all going to close at 4:30 tomorrow afternoon, and then again back up at 7 o'clock on Friday morning. So, yes, great driver leadership forum. Really, what that was about is just kind of getting an ear on what the struggles or concerns or maybe recommendations that some of our professional drivers have, and then we had it split. We had one representative from each of our different driving divisions, and then we also had someone from different departments in-house as well. So we had both the leadership side and the driver side. Okay, 100% there. Awesome. That way we can have many people represented and we can actually take action with it. So we've got the right people in the room so that if something is discussed where we're like, yes, we can do that, or, I mean, we're better educated on determining whether or not it is something that we can take action right away. And that's where we'll have a rundown of the summary. They'll give us more details on that here to come. So just wanted to say, very excited through the process. And we'll have more to come. Speaking of more to come, we've got the calendars have been submitted. We are waiting for the actual calendar in hand, and then we will be announcing our winners. So congratulations to all of those who won the calendar contest. You don't know your name yet, but you will. We'll have a big to-do rolling out the red carpet there for you so that you can see it. And what else? For just thinking of all the things that are happening here in the next week or so. A lot behind the scenes for you, but not a whole lot to share beyond that. Like hustling, bustling, stuffing bags and things like that. We do have the driver of the month awards that we just recently acknowledged. So those who earned it, you don't have to have a perfect scorecard and you don't have to have a perfect safety score. However, they're weighed within the nominations for the driver of the month, and because of the high standards or the elite drivers that are falling into the nominations, you pretty much have to, or you're pretty darn close, in order to earn the driver of the month. So that said, we have one driver of the month for each division, and you can only earn driver of the month one time within a 12-month calendar year. So these are some big to-dos. A big congratulations to each of those who earned the driver of the month. That said, a couple of the divisions they're larger, and they have nominees to them, or runner-ups, I should say. They have runner-ups, and that's just going to be dependent on the size of the division. But those runner-ups, they may or may not have already earned the driver of the month, but that just shows that they were right there. You can only earn driver of the month one time, but you can earn the runner-up multiple times throughout the calendar year. From driver of the month, you get a $100 gift card. You also get a $50 gift card to the Decker store. The runner-ups get a $25 or a $50 gift card, and then a gift from the Decker store. So that's the prizes for the driver of the month. From driver of the month, you go into the running for driver of the year, and from driver of the year, that's a $3,000 prize. Plus, you get the jacket and the truck and trailer design. Like the whole the decals, what are those, like the crystal truck, that kind of stuff. So you get the whole shebang. And then of the driver of the years, we choose one grand champion, and the one grand champion gets a $15,000 grand champion prize. So, pretty big deal. We love it. The refrigerated van, the Western refrigerated van division winner was Rita Tyler. So congratulations to Rita. Lydia Dietrich was the runner-up. Our Midwest, more regional refrigerated dry van division winner was Dean Sosick. Congratulations, Dean. I don't know if you're on here today. He was on our Facebook Live yesterday when we were announcing the winners. So was David Bodle. David Bodle was our runner-up for this month. And Darren Ladley was also the runner-up for the Midwest Reefer Van division. Again, that's our largest division, so we have 2 runner-ups for that division. Our Midwest Flatbed division, one of our smaller divisions, they came through. Christopher Daniels is the winner for that division. Congratulations, Christopher. Job well done. That is the Midwest Refrigerated or Midwest Flatbed division. That one runs usually home weekly, not always home weekly, depending on where exactly you live. But if you compare to the positions that we currently have available, it's home weekly. And then we also, I'll come back to details on the different positions, but congratulations to Christopher on that win. On our southern or over-the-road flatbed division winner, German Nobles was our winner there, so congratulations. Christopher McKinney was our runner-up. So again, congratulations to you. Niraj Patel is our owner-operator lease purchase division winner for the month of October. So yeah, these are all October winners. We calculate all of the information. You're paid out on your scorecard and your safety bonus on usually the third pay period of the month following when you ran it. And then you get, that's when we also calculate the driver of the month for that previous month. So everything for October is paid between last week and this week. And then November's will be figured in December and paid out. And then December's will be paid in January. Yeah. Making sure I'm saying it right. So congratulations to our driver of the month winners. That is a feat. You've got some competition, so it's pretty impressive with the number of professional drivers that we had who not only had perfect scores, but in the safety, but they also had perfect scores on the scorecard. So that's, like I said, pretty good. Open enrollment is in full swing, so you have until the 6th, right? Yeah, the 6th of December to get your open enrollment. We have made some changes, and I think you will be very pleased with that. We saved what we were going to see a 24% increase, and we were able to save and still get additional coverage, which is obviously huge savings, huge benefit to us altogether. So we are switching different insurance carriers, different providers. Again, the benefit coverage and both yourself and your dependents. We've got great coverage. We haven't lost the coverage. We haven't increased the rates. So those are, that's plus. So many good things on that. They had to search like crazy in order to find some great rates with all of that. But you must re-enroll online or by calling Cisco. So that's very, very important. You must re-enroll to make any of those changes. The new plan that we're using is Aplos. And Aplos is, it's unique because it's a health plan that there is no out-of-network or out-of-network providers, which is a huge plus, especially in the trucking industry, right? For any professional driver out there and they're out and about, they want to make sure that they have options. Also, in addition to that, we do have the more teledoc service as well. So you've got that also available. That's a huge convenience for you. So the changes that we have is the new program, or new provider, right? On the health insurance side, there's no changes for 2025. It's just the provider. We have $0 generic medications. We have $0 brand name and specialty medications. We have the FedLogic program. We have the Regenix program. And the 10-year opt-out program. So if you've been here 25 plus years, you have the option to waive medical insurance for in lieu of cash. So you just get a hold of HR for that, if that's what you choose. But yeah, there's quite a bit of details in the benefits guide. So if you want more information, definitely reach out to HR. All right. Also, I've provided it in the Facebook group. We've provided it through our newsletter. So if you're part of the Decker team, you're already getting that information. If you are looking to come aboard to Decker, reach out to your recruiter and they'll be able to give you those details. Probably the audio isn't clear, he says. It says it's excellent right now. That's why it was poor earlier when it was bad. Hopefully it's catching up. So thank you, Bill. So those are the changes. You have until the 6th of December for that. In Des Moines, let me look at my audio here real quick. Let me see if I've messed with it. Okay, so it's showing me full bars, so I should be okay. As far as the construction that's been going on at the Des Moines shop, there is still construction. We are still limiting parking, so please don't drop a truck and trailer off there. Make sure that you've got permission to drop in whatever, if you're dropping off a truck to get a PM on, a service on, you are communicating with your driver leader so that we've got room for you. Do not drop any trailers on the lot, and that's going to be including any loaded or empty trailers because right now there isn't room. We've been shuffling things back and forth. They've placed equipment out there with cones showing the restricted areas. Got a big old pit there that they filled with the dirt, which we don't want you to lose a tire in. I mean, it can be a significant safety risk, and so we want to make sure that we are doing our best to not, nobody's hurt or no equipment's damaged, nothing like that. We are using the temporary lot. Thankfully, we partnered with a company to offer that temporary lot as well. But again, communicate with your driver leader to make sure that that's where you're supposed to be going for that. Always, always, always. Fair enough? Okay. Bill, is it any better? Hopefully it's better. All right, so there are a couple of things that I want to speak with on behalf of those of you who are new to our channel. Welcome. And this is, like I said, a Q&A, so you can ask your questions. We'll be able to answer those for you as they come in. Let's talk about some of the available positions. Right now, we have our main objectives, which are our Midwest flatbed. Midwest flatbed does offer a $14.50 minimum pay. The minimum pay is just that. That's like your safety net. And in all of our divisions, our over-the-road refrigerated, our more regional refrigerated, our over-the-road flatbed, and our more regional flatbed, we do have the minimum pay set in so that if for some reason you had detention or maybe a PM went long or maybe there were maintenance on the truck, you still have some stability in your paycheck. So we've got that minimum pay. You're not going to go below that amount. Each division is a little bit different. With the $14.50, the Midwest Flatbed Home Weekly, it is $14.50 per week that you get, unless your miles and your rate of pay per mile exceed that $14.50. That's ideal, obviously, and that's what our driver leaders. That's their goal, is to make sure that they are exceeding that for you, helping you to exceed that. So they're educated on your hours of service, making sure that they're helping you to maximize your hours of service. That they're, of course, and with the communications back and forth with the customer service as well, right? Getting you the loads and planners and all that good stuff. Okay, the $14.50 requirements, same as our other minimum pay requirements, are be available for dispatch at least 5 days out of the week, no load refusals, no driver service failures, so no late loads, no CSA violations for the week, no preventable accidents for the week. Get your paperwork in on time. That's the 7th one, or 6th one. We have 6 criteria for that division. So make sure that you're maximizing your hours of service so that you are available for dispatch those 5 days. In the flatbed division, it is important to note that your available days need to be Monday through Friday. And that's because with flatbed, that's pretty much how it runs. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Where with refrigerated, we run into the weekends. Sometimes our customers are picking up or delivering Saturday or Sunday, right? So that's pretty common for us. So again, back to that flatbed, you're usually coming home on a Friday night or a Saturday morning for an early Monday morning delivery, usually. That's the norm. Hector says, I recently applied to the company, heard a lot of great things. Awesome. Hopefully I can get approved and join the company. Really excited about what you all have to offer. That's fantastic. Good deal. Who's your recruiter? Do you know who your recruiter is off the top of your head? Got a good crew here, hopefully taking good care of you. What division are you looking to get started in? So we've got the Midwest Flatbed. You guys, if you're wondering about what we have available in your area, ask away. Let me know where you live, and then I can tell you what we have available in that area. So it kind of helps you out. With the more over-the-road refrigerated, we do have, we don't really go coast to coast in I said refrigerated, I meant flatbed, excuse me. In the more over-the-road flatbed, we run pretty much east of Denver. So if you draw a line at Denver, everything east of there is pretty much going to be in our flatbed division. We really don't run a whole lot west. Every once in a blue moon we'll have something out there, and those are usually for those who've requested them or something. But most of it's going to be up and down the Midwest, towards the east. We don't do a lot in the New England states either. We have some, but most of it is Midwest to like Georgia and Alabama, well, Texas to the Carolinas, you got your Midwest, and then you've got Texas to the Carolinas is quite busy. I know we've got a load that goes into southern New York, but beyond that, we don't do a whole lot north of there, northeast of there. There you go. Again, that's our flatbed division. So we keeping you busy that way. That one, over the road flatbed, that's $1,000 a week minimum pay. But again, your rate of pay per mile and the miles you run. If they exceed that, you get the better of the two. And that is our goal. We want to make sure that you exceed that. Now, there have been times that we have paid out our minimum, or that that the minimum is average, I should say, not average, but paid out, because that's the base, right? So it is common, or has been common, that we've paid that out, whereas normally, since we've started this, you exceed that minimum pay. That's what I'm trying to say here. That is not usually the norm, that's what you're making. However, when the freight had gone down, it had dropped significantly throughout the industry, we did have that safety net, is what I'm trying to make there. Thank goodness for that, right? All right, so the rate of pay per mile, again, based off of your experience level, runs between, for someone with brand new to the industry, say you're looking for the Midwest division, so you're brand new to the industry, you start with training and all that, it's 53 cents a mile, and then you're working your way to 56 cents a mile by the end of the first year. If you have a minimum of 6 months, or a minimum of 6 months of tractor trailer experience, or a year of tractor trailer, 6 months of flatbed tractor trailer experience, or a year of tractor trailer experience, then we can get you approved for our over-the-road flatbed division. Right, but that one does have a little bit higher experience requirement than some of our other divisions. If you have a year of experience, you're looking at starting at 60 cents a mile. You get a penny raise after 90 days, another penny raise annually. Right now, the cap is at 70 cents a mile for the different divisions. So 70 cents is currently the cap. If you have 15 plus years of experience in the flatbed division, you would start off at 70. So you'd be starting off at the cap at that point. A little bit different for my refrigerated division. The refrigerated division, that one, the highest you'd start is 65 cents a mile, and that's with over 10 years of experience. You get a penny raise after 90 days, penny raise annually until you hit that 70 cap. Okay, so you've got that. The cap does not include any of the bonuses. The bonuses are over and beyond that. So please don't think that, I don't have any growth. You do. You definitely have that growth. All right, back to flatbed before I start to veer too much. We do have a weekly flatbed available out of Bessemer, Alabama, and it's running a lot of the Midwest and a lot of the Southeast as well. So it runs the same areas as our over-the-road flatbed division. However, we can get you home a little bit more often because the freight is more consistent or heavier in that area. So along 20 there, from Bessemer, Alabama to Atlanta, Georgia, right along 20, we are hiring for home weekly in the flatbed division. So Hector says, I believe my recruiter is Bryce and the division is refrigerated. So question, do you all train for flatbed? We do train for flatbed as long as you have 1 year of tractor trailer experience. Of course, you have to live in the right area. So Hector, if you want me to be even more specific, let me know where you live. Because in the Midwest, we can train for flatbed experience if you're a recent graduate of an approved school. So if you just graduated from, let's say, ICC, Fort Dodge Community College, if you just graduated from there, we partner with them for training. And so, that's a good program to go through. Iowa Community College, anyways, we do partner. We use their simulators. It's just a great partnership on that way. If you are a recent graduate of them, then yes, we can train you for our more Midwest flatbed division. If you live in an area such as Bessemer, Alabama, that's an area that we don't offer the training in. You're not running such a tight area, so it's a little bit harder to get the training. So if you were needing additional training to get you back into Fort Dodge and running those lanes, would throw off freight, is what I'm saying. So we require that you're part of the Midwest fleet in order to offer you the training. But that's going to depend on where you live. So if you live in, like say St. Louis or Chicago or Fort Dodge, Iowa, those are all good areas that we do offer flatbed training. So yes. Now that said, if you have a year of tractor trailer experience, then absolutely we can train in the over-the-road flatbed division. So the training looks like this. After you finished a week-long orientation, and that's for somebody who's inexperienced, by the way. If you finished a week-long orientation, then, which we pay you $500 for, then you'll go with a trainer for 2 to 3 weeks. So it's actually orientation followed by securement and tarp training in-house, and then with a trainer for 2 to 3 weeks. We pay you $100 a day while you're with the trainer, and then you go into your cents per mile based off of the division, refrigerated versus flatbed, and you'd be paid either your mileage pay or your minimum pay, whichever one's the better of the two. So that's how that works. So yes, we train for flatbed, but it's kind of a trick question when it comes to experience level, and that's why you get the really long explanation, because it does depend on the division. All right, with the refrigerated, if you're a recent graduate, whether you're looking for the over-the-road division or the more regional, yes, we do train as long as you've graduated from an approved school. And yes, we do offer a reimbursement. If you are a recent graduate and you come directly to Decker, we do reimburse up to $6,000 of your schooling costs. So, for instance, if you paid $6,000 or $5,600 or whatever for your schooling, after you've been with us for 90 days, we pay you $200 a month until that's recuperated for you. Cool? All right. Up to the amount that it was. Just not beyond the $6,000. What else? Our over-the-road refrigerated, there we go, over-the-road refrigerated is coast to coast. We do run out west for that. That's really the only division that we do any west runs. We have runs into Seattle, Washington, Tacoma, Washington, Portland, Oregon. Really, we run up and down I-5 quite a bit. We've got a terminal in Missoula, so you run it over towards Missoula. We go into Las Vegas and Salt Lake City Denver, Colorado, down into Phoenix. But as far as hiring, hello, RP. As far as hiring, it just depends on, where you live. It doesn't completely mirror our running lanes because obviously we have some professional drivers out of those locations, and we want to make sure that it's a good balance of available freight and promised home time, right? And versus the number of professional drivers we have out of there. Near 42 months. 42 months of experience. You know what that reminds me of? I gotta remember the name of the movie. Grown Ups. Have you seen Grown Ups? I know I'm totally getting off track here, but if you've seen Grown Ups, the funny thing is the one wife says the 5-year-old is like, what, 60 months, or I think maybe it was 48 months. I don't know. Anyways, it's funny to me because that's what I was thinking. Okay, what do I have out of Columbus, Georgia? Let me see. I'm just going to bring my map up here for options. 42 months, 42 months. Let's see. I have refrigerated out of there, I believe. So I've got some flatbed. I've got my over-the-road flatbed division there. Yep. And then that's about it. So my over-the-road flatbed would get you home every other weekend. Every other weekend. Yeah. We do haul reefer trailers. Yes. So Hector, yeah, we have flatbed that gets you home every other weekend, and we can, with 42 months of experience, yeah, you wouldn't have you wouldn't have to go with a trainer. You would just have to do this tarping and securement training in-house. So you'll have a 3-day orientation, give or take, like sometimes it's 2.5. So you have a 3-day orientation. We pay you $500 for completing the orientation, plus the $100 for completing your online orientation and your physical and drug tests prior to actually coming to orientation. And what else? Yeah, that was it, the criteria. We have both the hair follicle and the urinalysis for the drug test, the physical, and then the online orientation. If you have a physical that's good for another 6+ months and it's been good for 6 months to a year, then we'll probably be able to use that. We'll just need you to send the long form over for the sign off. As far as for training, you'll do the orientation, the 3 days of orientation, followed by tarping and securement training in-house, and then you'll be assigned a truck and you'll be dispatched on your own. So you won't be dispatched with a trainer, most likely, because you have the additional months of experience. Now, if you were in, I'm going to say Fort Dodge as an example, if you lived in Iowa, and you didn't have any experience, you just were a recent graduate, then yes, you'll have a 5-day orientation, followed by tarping and securement training in-house, and then go out on the road with a trainer for 2 to 3 weeks. So there's that. Our Pollard, yes, we do have refrigerated trailers. We use mostly Great Dane and carriers for our reefer units. But yeah, we do run refrigerated, and that's actually our largest division is the refrigerated freight. We do over the road, and then we have a more regional depending on where you live. Okay, awesome, Hector. Good. So yeah, depending on our Pollard 27, depending on where you live, the refrigerated options would be either home every 11 days for 3 or home every 2 to 3 weeks for 4 to 5 days. If you live out west, like available areas out west would be parts of Washington, Missoula, Montana, Salt Lake City, Denver, Colorado. We do hire even Cheyenne. So we do have some opportunities there that would get you home every 2 to 3 weeks for 4 to 5 days. There you go. Our Pollard 27 says 9 years hauling reefer. What would the cents per mile be? And do you hire out of Florida? We do not have any refrigerated out of Florida right now. So no. As far as 9 years experience, that should put you right about 64 cents a mile. 10 cents of that's per diem, so you're not taxed on 10 cents a mile. You get a penny raise after 90 days and a penny raise annually. Then, let me pull my map back up here. The only place, sorry, I guess it's an urgent message about the market volatility. I can't speak. Anyways, that was a news article that popped up while I'm bringing the map up. For Florida, really, if like Pensacola over to Jacksonville, that's really the only thing that we have available in the Florida area right now, and that is flatbed. So that is for our flatbed division, not refrigerated. Refrigerated, we're just, we're north of there a bit for availability. You're looking really for hiring for refrigerated, the furthest south we are currently hiring is from New Orleans up to Bessemer, Alabama, on over to Atlanta, Georgia. So those more of our hiring area for the refrigerated division in the south, right? And again, that one is coast to coast, which is the 2 to 3 weeks out, or the more regional, which would run pretty much everything Denver east. And that would get you home about every 11 days for 3. So there you are. Equipment-wise, I mentioned with the refrigerated units, those are usually, the refrigerated units are carriers, but the trailers are Great Dane. Our flatbed trailers are Wilsons. I know the brand new ones are Wilsons. But as far as trucks, we have mostly the 579 Peterbilts. We do have some 589s. Those are already assigned, brand new suckers. But mostly the 579 Petes. The 389s, those usually you see with some of our veteran drivers who have got to spec the trucks a little bit. So they've been here like 15 plus years or more. No big deal, but pretty big deal. That's the 389s. The 579s, which is the majority of the freight, those have, just like the rest of our trucks, they're very well equipped. They're double bunks. They've got APUs and refrigerators, microwaves, 22-inch television with Epic View streaming capabilities. So it's 100 channels, HBO, Cinemax, Showtime. We have streaming Wi-Fi. So we have better modems now. They're supposed to be better modems and better streaming. We have CB units in the truck. So CB units in the truck as well. So they're fully equipped that way. Air ride seats, both driver side and passenger side. We have the Lytx system, which includes both inward and outward facing event recorders. The inward one kicks on during a critical event like speed, following too close, speeding, erratic lane change, those type of things. And then we also have the outward ones. But anyways, the inward ones, those will kick on during a critical event. When you shut your truck off, that shuts off right away. If you shut your truck off, the outward facing ones, those will stay on for 4 hours. So that's a little bit different with the time frame, right? But yes, the trucks are very well equipped, well maintained, well equipped. Then we also have some Volvos, which would be 860s, 780s, some 740s in the flatbed division. And I think that's it for different styles of Volvo. And then for a couple Freightliners, we do have some Freightliners, Cascadia Evolutions. And those, the only difference really is instead of an APU unit, they have the Opta idle. So it's a little bit different that way. You still prep it the same way. You still need to make sure that the unit, your sleeper, is either cooled off or heated up, whichever one you want it to be, before you turn on the Opta idle or run your APU so that it's not overworking. You want to do it when the truck is on. When you're going down the road, you're getting it ready. Turn on that AC in the back if it's hot out. Turn on that heater if it's cold out so that it gets to the right temp without, chugging along too hard. Makes me think of the train that could, right? If you turn it on and from the start and haven't pre-cooled or preheated it, it's going to be working a little too hard, right? Oh, speaking of working hard on it, we do have solar panels on the trucks as well that do help with the life of the AP unit. AP unit. Yeah. All right. Yeah, so that's pretty much all of good gist of the equipment. And it's newer model, so you're looking at, I think the oldest we have right now is 2022. Right? Average age is about 36 months. So, or average age is about 18 months. Oldest usually around 36. So yeah. Of the trucks, trailers are a little bit, like usually that rotation is 5 instead of 3. So there's a little bit different on the trailers. Same type of maintenance. So, one thing, when it comes to maintenance, one thing that we do, Hector says, if I get approved, I would absolutely love a Volvo. If you can hold one for me, I would greatly appreciate it. That I cannot promise. So, definitely let Bryce know that you prefer a Volvo, and that way he can put a bug in the ear. But really, it's based off of availability. And when it comes to the equipment, yes, we have Volvos, yes, we have Freightliners, but 95, 96% of all of our trucks are Peterbilt. So it will, if you get one, the odds wouldn't be in your favor. Does that make sense? Yeah, it's just the most of them are Pete's. But I say that, and every once in a while, someone's day is made true, and Lisa comes out the hero. Lisa's assigning them. But yeah, they are nice trucks, whether it's the Volvo or the Freightliner or the Peterbilt. They're nice trucks. Very nice. think the Volvos, some of the other Volvos have the larger refrigerated units too when we were testing those. So there's good reason for it, right? All right. Where was I going with that? Are the Volvos only on the flatbed side? Nope. No, we have some Volvos on the flatbed and the refrigerated side, but it's just such a small percentage compared to the Peterbilt that I just can't make promises on it. With the Volvo, the flatbeds, the 740s are the only ones that are on the flatbed side, because there's 860s and 780s. Those are usually like the team trucks, because they are bigger, obviously. Yes, they're all double bunk and stuff, but they are a little bit bigger, roomier, more storage. Yep, coming down the road. What was I gonna say? I feel like I'm leaving you out hanging here, just not remembering. Well, equipment. I guess there you go. That's the equipment information. If I think of it, I will let you know. Otherwise, as far as benefits start after 60 days. We talked a little bit about the benefits because it's open enrollment. So please make sure you get your details in to Apples or Cisco so that we can get those upgraded for you. I need to remember to do that. You have until the 6th if you're currently with Decker. Obviously, if you're just starting with Decker, then you're fine. You're already in an open enrollment period. It starts benefits start at 60 days. That also includes the 401k. The 401k has a 20% match right now, or will come the first of the year. So, yeah. And that'll just be temporary, and then it'll bump right back up. I just don't know how temporary when it'll go right back up. So, yep. Oh, I was going to talk about earned time off. With the holidays, what is pretty normal for us, like for Thanksgiving, we usually get you home. For Christmas and New Year's, same type of thing. You're usually home on the holidays. And you just talk to your driver leader so that we can arrange that. That's the most ideal, is to do that. As far as paid time off, we do give you a week of paid time off after you've been here for 6 months. This is not talking home time. I'm not talking home time. I'm talking like vacation. So you get 1 week after your first 6 months, then you'll get another week at your 1-year anniversary, and then you'll get another week at your 2-year anniversary. At your 3-year anniversary, it'll be bumped up to 2 weeks per year, and then at your 7-year anniversary, it'll bump up to 3 weeks per year. So there. Our poll year 27 says, does the company offer fuel surcharge? Yes. So, sorry, I'm thinking per diem. As far as a company driver, no. We have fuel surcharge for our owner-operators, lease purchase drivers, but we don't currently have any options or opportunities for lease purchase and owner-operator. We're full in those areas. So yes, fuel surcharge goes to our lease purchase owner-operator. As far as our company drivers, no for the fuel surcharge. We do get a lot of savings because of the amount of fuel, obviously, that we get and where we get it. But we use the Manhattan fuel system, so we definitely utilize that, but we don't pass on the fuel surcharge to our company drivers. However, we have our scorecard bonus, which does take into account your fuel compliance and your idle time. So in that case, if you look at it that way, because you're basically scored on how well you comply with the fueling, right, with the fuel dispatch, then yeah, I guess through the bonus you do, but not specifically, hey, this is the fuel surcharge. I was confused by the question because I was thrown off as a company driver. But what I was going to say is we do have per diem. So our company drivers do get 10 cents per diem. So if you're quoted 60 cents per mile, 10 cents of that's per diem. So you're not taxed on that 10 cents a mile. If you're, let's see, nine years experience. If if you're making 64 cents a mile, you're looking at, let's say 64 cents a mile, you're looking at what? 54 cents that's taxed and 10 cents that's not taxed. Yes, that took me way too long to subtract 10 cents. I have to remember what I was saying. But yeah, hopefully that answers your question. I think I did. Yeah, so if you are interested in coming aboard to Decker and you haven't already put in an application like Hector, then you could just give us a call, 877-433-2537, 877-433-2537. That's the number coming across the screen here. And then drivedecker.com is where you can fill out the application. Let us know your interest. drivedecker.com. So, all right. Well, that's it for me for today. So sad. A reminder again that Thanksgiving is on Thursday. So eat well, right? Yes, always. Enjoy your time with your family. And don't forget to take a little bit of time to say what you're thankful for. And shame on me for not dedicating more time today towards what I'm thankful for, what the company is thankful for, because we have, there's a lot on that list. And yeah, don't overlook that. It's good for you. It is. It's healthy to say what you're thankful for. It's a great reminder of how you're blessed. So there you go. Hector says, I guess I'm going to have to use my Southern Charm to get one. You do your best. I don't think the Southern Charm will work on Bryce, but maybe he can pass that on to Lisa. All right. You guys have an awesome rest of your week. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. I do hope you get some rest and relaxation and maybe a football game or two in while you're on. I'm going to go hunting. So that's what I do for Thanksgiving. So other than that, you guys take care. And I will see you again next week at noon Central here on our YouTube channel. And I'm also on our Facebook page at 4 p.m. Central on Monday. So I'll be there as well. Either one. Ask your questions. That's what it's all about. All right. Have a wonderful rest of your day, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me.